This is DaveNoseMMA.
A couple of episodes back, the subject I discussed was Conor McGregor's next fight. I had put that out before the Tony Ferguson versus Kevin Lee interim title fight, and in short, I basically said that I believe that no matter what the outcome of that UFC 216 main event was, that I think Conor McGregor's next fight will be the rubber match versus Nate Diaz. When I look back and think about it, I suppose, above all else, it came down to the fact that the bigger money fight is with Nate, and he is, without question, the bigger draw than both Ferguson and Lee. That coupled with the fact that the rumblings on the inside were that it was the third matchup with Diaz that McGregor and his team wanted. Well, a couple things have happened since that time, and after thinking about it some more, I've changed my mind. Firstly, Ferguson finished Kevin Lee inside the distance to capture the interim title, which is something I expected to happen as per my episode titled, "This is Tony Ferguson's Fight to Lose." Secondly, Conor has since sent out a tweet with an illustration straight out of GTA 5 of the man himself on a boat, cruising off the beaches of Los Santos with a golden pistol in hand, a sack full of cash, and his 2 championship titles in tow, with a caption that simply reads, "Tony." Without question, the fight to make next is Ferguson versus McGregor. Not just because the right thing to do is to unify the titles and restore some order, not only to the lightweight division, but to the title picture across all divisions in the UFC, but because Ferguson is undoubtedly the most deserving fighter at 155 to get a shot at the undisputed lightweight title. With a 10-fight win streak against elite talent in the division, Ferguson has earned that spot, and while I can't speak for the full fan base, I would guess that most everyone feels it's the right fight to make, even if it doesn't sell as many pay-per-views as the trilogy fight. I think McGregor recognizes this and sees the value in making the fight that most of the MMA fan base feels is the one to make. Also, the more I think about it, while Nate Diaz is definitely a more known fighter, I'm not sure how much of a bigger fight it would be at this point anyway. With the proper promotion and build-up from the UFC, when it's all said and done, the difference in revenue generated from these two fights probably isn't all that different. Not to mention, if they did make that fight and McGregor were to get past Ferguson, we'd have the rubber match with Diaz locked and loaded anyways. But the business aspects of things in the fight game is something I've stated in the past many times that I could care less to talk about, though it's necessary at times as it's relevant to the decision-making process. But personally, I just want to see the best versus the best, the most deserving guy get his due. I think Conor recognizes this, and I think the next time we see him stepping in the octagon, it'll be Tony Ferguson standing across from him.